welcome to Drop the Puck. We're here at Planet Ice Widnes for the Morley matchup between the Widnes Wild and the Solway Sharks. It is 1 versus 5, I do believe.
It is, Gary, and it's going to be an interesting game because last time we were here, Widnes were coming in already on the back of a 5-1 defeat at the Sharks and weeks before in the Cup. It's fair to say they got a little bit of a schooling that night.
Well, schooling, fish, should we say, the Widnes Wild are going to come into this one and hopefully they've got a bigger boat because the Sharks are here to play, aren't they?
Well, we know that. I'm going to bring Steve in for me on the commentary for this one because I'm going to need somebody neutral to call it with me. Steve, you've seen obviously Widnes progress throughout the season so far, chasing a top flight in form Solway. How much, first and foremost, obviously I'm going to ask as a coach, how much impact do you think that the Exeter Hagger is going to have on the team? And then obviously fresh blood coming in with Coulter and the new look. What's he got to do to then turn it around? And then today will be the benchmark performance, surely.
Well, I think it's all about that dressing room, isn't it? That mentality in the dressing room, keep it positive. You know, you look at your calendar, you look at your fixtures, you think, oh, Solway, oh, here we go. We haven't got enough time, have we, really, to go through their strength and depth because they've just got so many players there that are quality. But do you know what? It's home ice tonight for the Wild. We've seen them put on a show. We've seen them put on performances. There's key guys out there that you're going to be looking towards, you know, making sure they play to their strength and get these goals in because there's certain guys that play in a certain way where you'll expect, like Barlow with his speed can cause problems. Do you know what? On the point, if they get to Joe Greaves, we've seen him score 3 goals. They're the kind of things you're going to be looking for. And then look for the lucky bounces, look for creating something. You know, anything can happen.
You've used the word luck, and do you know what, right? Solway played last night at D-side, and
they did, yes.
And although they were behind at one point, surprisingly, a bit of a shock because we were watching the score.
It wasn't a shock, was it? It wasn't a shock.
The D-side fan, are we, Steve? No, so yeah, the way the scoring went, literally, it was Ross Kennedy opened the scoring for the D-side Dragons, took the visitors on the back foot, and I think most of the league by surprise, to be fair. But the Sharks soon found momentum. They tied it up 1-1, then 2-1. Kennedy then bagged another one, taking it to 2-2. They then managed to etch it out to 5-2 to the Sharks, and they call that the end of the second period. Don't know what was said in the locker rooms, but they came out the third, and the Dragons bagged one courtesy McGinney straight away.
I think they let the Sharks out the dressing room.
Well, that'll have been it. But that 2-goal difference is a major difference compared to the 14-goal difference we saw last time they played here at Widnes. It actually finished 7-3 in favour of the Solway Sharks. However, the Sharks, yet again, maybe a bit slow at the gate, finding the stride, and then showing that excellence which they've shown all season so far. And as Steve's already touched on the point there, the strength and depth which Solway bring is scary to look at.
Well, to me, and I mean, I come from a team background anyway, a different sport I know, but I know what it's like to have this bond, and they've definitely got this bond. They seem to play for each other.
Yeah.
They know where each other are. The passes, I mean, you mentioned it off camera before, that there was a comment about the speed of their passes. Like the
telepathic,
speed of some of the people's shots. But the interesting thing for me, and for you viewers at home, are that even though Solway made the trip all the way down to D-side yesterday to play, they then got on a bus and went home, and then got on a bus and came all the way back down to Widnes. Now, talk about bus legs, Ben.
Yeah.
Is that going to play?
It's the mentality, though, of sleeping in your own bed. How comfortable are you going to be after going home, getting your head down in your own bed?
I get that, and keeping the guys together, because by the time they'd have got back, it would have been time to get your head down, straight up, breakfast, back on the coach and back down.
I spoke to Coach Martin Grubb earlier. They were actually home for about 11:30. So not bad from D-side.
What kind of coach are they driving?
So it's like streamlined and
Well, I'll just share something here. You know, certainly spent my career staying in hotels and stuff, and do you know what? Some of the stories that we need to keep to ourselves. So I think that's a smart move.
Really, Steve?
I think that's a smart move on the coaching staff to get the guys
the younger
back
lads
there.
will want to obviously go and stretch the legs, go for a walk, find a pub.
I know this from taking my team away to games, and we've done it the night before.
Yeah.
They go AWOL, they turn up the next day, and there's all sorts of little pizza toppings on the grass, and you're like, what's going on here? Who's been sick? Yeah, so they've got control of the team. They're keeping
Which
together.
is great, and it shows you that. I mean, that's built throughout. They are a professional sporting outfit. You can't take that away from Solway. No. Now, saying about professional sporting outfits, obviously,
thank you.
There's always star people which you want to keep an eye out on. So for straight away, right now, I'm going to mention a few names. Now, there are a roster's worth of Solway players that could go through, but there's a handful of key players for me which are going to make pivotal differences tonight. First one, Kel Beattie. Kel is a young player who's gone away and got a bit of experience at international level as well and come back in, and he is certainly going to be one for the future to watch. Kel is just, he loves to get in the thick of it as well. He doesn't shy out, so when it goes in the corner, he throws his body in there. But he's also got great hockey sense. He knows where everyone is on the ice. Great ice presence as well. Kieran Hare's another one. He caused all sorts of upsets when they were last here. Hare was into, poke checks, pushing the pass away, making sure that Widnes couldn't settle on the puck. He's going to be a crucial player to watch out for. It goes without saying as well, Johnny McBean. I'm sorry, Ivan, I'm going to say it. If I had to put my money down on somebody getting a goal in the game, it'd be on McBean, and I'd get me money back every time.
But you know what? It's not just them, Ben. It's that experience, isn't it, Steve? When you look at the likes of Bentham, Tonner, all the players are just soaking this in.
Well, the interesting one as well is Peter Gapper's back with him as well. And Gapper, we know, he loves Solway. It's like his second home. And he shoots black and Sion. And I tell you what, when he's on the ice, he is a force to be reckoned with as well. And it's going to be a rather unbalanced, unstable Widnes side that are going to have to put up with this powerhouse today.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how this pans out today. Fans are waiting for it. We're definitely waiting for it. Widnes have got an uphill climb. But certainly, I would say, it's already before we've even started, the ice is tilting in favour of Solway.
You've got to give it to them. They're coming in on the back of a win last night at D-side, and the momentum, and the last time they here did a job. That's going to affect them mentally.
Yeah. Do you know the one thing I noticed there? Yeah, the passing was slick. They certainly know where each other is on the ice. One of the biggest things I noticed there was there's a bit of swagger in their strides.
Yeah.
They're confident. They're happy. The changing room must be buzzing. The top of the league, you can see the swagger in the strides there, which means a lot when you read players. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You will see beautiful, skillful hockey from Solway today. Speedy hockey. What Widnes need to do is cut all the BS. Do your basics, do them well. Go back to basics, shut Solway down. Play your game, not theirs.
Do you know what? I was just going to say that. Don't play to the opponent. Play your own game. So without further ado, I think it's time to go down to the ice, ready for this exciting one. It's time to drop the puck.
And you can see both teams lining up there for the national anthems. Ceremonial puck drop. And it's going to be it's Joey Coulter and Ross Murray there, just the celebratory puck drop. That's been done. Steve, an interesting one. I'm really struggling to call this, if I'm honest.
In regards to, do you know what, maybe we need to break it down period by period.
Well, the anthem is out the way, it's time to play. And in controller today, it's going to be Mr. Orms, Ray Orms, wearing the armbands, team stripes on the ice. He's going to be supported by Tom Horner and Ethan Arnold. That's your official crew today. Steve, we go down to the ice straight away. In between the pipes for Solway is absolutely no surprise. The Mountain of the North, the man himself, Mr. Callum Hepburn. If I had a fantasy team, he's probably going to be starting up there, I'm not going to lie.
He looked smoking hot in the warm-up. What can I say? You know, goalies never like them pucks going in the net, and he was exactly like that in the warm-up. keeping everything out, didn't want anything going in.
Cal has seen a lot of rubber this season, and I tell you what, it's the old adage of hockey. It starts from the back. If you've got confidence at the back, it echoes forward, and you can certainly see that. And that's exactly what Widnes are going to need today as they look towards Miles Finney to stand on his head and do the job today and keep the puck out of net, and then that'll breathe confidence forward to those defensive units.
Yeah,
and then on to the forwards. But Steve,
yeah,
what a task he's got.
Oh, hasn't he just? But we did mention about key performances from certain people, and Finney's certainly one of them that we're going to be looking for from the Wild for the side of things.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. Quickly though, I did mention obviously the Solway players I'm going to keep an eye on today. There are Widnes players as well which we will be looking towards. Straight away for me, number 11, Will Harper. Harper did nice in that last game against Solway. He's an agitator. He likes pushing buttons. He likes getting in people's faces, and he brings that little bit of grime hockey to Widnes. I think he's going to be crucial today.
Yeah, well, do you know what? Let's look at last night's game because the Sharks were very lucky to get out the den with any points. Let's just put that out there. Let's just put that there.
Yeah.
However, they had a tough, but I believe, you know, that it was quite physical to begin with. The Dragons made it difficult for them.
And it upset the flow of
the flow of them. Yeah, you know, you want to frustrate them in that. So
well,
maybe that's.
I'll tell you, talking about upsetting the flow is changing pace and position. It's going to be Bez Hughes. Bez Hughes is going to be a one to keep an eye on as well. He now gets to go play forward again. And Jono Williamson in defence, I've said it all season, he's been a standout player for me for Widnes. He's going to be crucial and key.
I swear, one of the times I last saw Bez play up front, didn't he get a hat-trick?
He was close to it, yeah. And we're away, and just like that, it's all in possession, but immediately Corson Heron looking to gain control of that. They've turned it back around, he's picked it up, Corson Heron inside. Decides he's going to dump that around, he's going to be chased in by Barlow. Ruddock gets over, keeps the play alive at the moment. Solway desperately trying to sweep it out with Kerr. Beattie now comes in on the play. Barlow and Beattie on those boards, chipping away. Back to Corson Heron in the corner. Widnes come out showing the teeth early, but it's going to be Kerr who picks that up with Hare. Kerr to Hare, and he looks to break away. And immediately Murray's round his man. Called into action is Finney. Ross Murray looking for that high breakaway, and that was another thing that we saw from Solway, Gary, last time they were here, that high man.
Yeah, Finney's going to keep his head on a swivel in this one, I think.
Loose pass goes awry, and that's what I was on about, was he chases that one up. Do the basics, do them well. One of your basics, Steve, you'll guarantee to say this as a coach. Look where you're passing and make sure it gets to its intended target.
Oh, do you know what? You work so hard to get the puck. You don't really want to give away the 50-50s. You know, that puck retention is so important.
Hyde with the puck on the half boards, got it to Jackson at the point, takes a shot, easy shot for Hepburn. And Hopkins did put his stick in there, but immediately apologises. That's going to be blown dead. But early on, we're seeing the replay here now. Jackson just tees that one up here at the point, lets it go, not too much on it. Possibly looking for the spill up though.
Yeah, just getting it on net, seeing if there's someone there to pick up the loose change.
Face off will be left hand side of Hepburn's net. Hopkins jumps on that one quickly and puts it. And already, this, Gary, I've got to say, this is a different Widnes Wild to what we saw last time.
Well, how many times have I said that they always seem to come out the blocks a little bit slow? It's been costing them lately. Maybe there's a change.
Well, do you know what? I think these set plays are going to be important for Widnes tonight as well.
Hopkins reads that one well, goes to put it out front. Gilbert sends it over. Hyde's going to be there to send it back in. And Widnes get the first real opportunity of the game.
They're causing problems, aren't they?
Hyde taken off the play by Bentham, turned up ice, and here comes Henderson. Henderson looks to send it forward. Solway now setting up in the corner. Pursued, Williamson chases his man round. Puck sails right through the neutral zone, through the ice. Gapper taking off the puck. As Gilbert turns it back around, Hopkinson has to think quick as Gapper comes in on him. Williamson with the puck, trying to get it across. Henderson cuts it out on his skates. Jackson has to move quickly. Gives it up to Danskin in the middle. Danskin decides to dump that in, going to go for a quick change. Williamson looks up ice, gets it to Edwards. Edwards pulled that down, but he pulls it down his own zone. He's turned it over. McBean feeds it through, shot on early, and that's a great effort from Hamill.
Yeah, just seen the Sharks step up a little bit. I guess one of the key is to try not to give him the puck, isn't it? Let Wild play the game.
Yeah, puck retention is going to be a key for the Wild today. as you said there, quite rightly, too many times they give the puck up easy to Solway last time. However, they do seem to be a bit more screwed on as Harper and Hamill go to work behind the net. It's given up to the number 14, that is Lewis Young, another prolific player, and that's come off the face mask of Finney.
Yeah, won't be appreciated that play there because he played it for his own goal and then lost the puck, you know, very dangerous.
Well, we've seen another shake-up of lines, Gary. I'm looking there now, you've got, it is, Joe Greaves is on the same line as Edwards and Coulter.
Well, we know what Joe's shots are like.
Yeah, so maybe that's been looked at. A training Harper, though, is your D-man back there. And is that Hughes? It is as well. So Bez Hughes is out there.
He's dropped back in today.
He has, yeah.
Forward before.
Shot in from Greaves, comes off the leg pads of Kerr. So interestingly, Hughes now, yeah, stepping back. We saw him last time playing forward. Out front, great work. Greaves tying up his man. And there's his, that's what you can see what the plan is there. Greaves to act as the screening man. And he is difficult to move out the way, Joe Greaves, once he anchors himself in. Lovely play, but there's that slick swag you were talking about, Steve. The little no pass from Hamill onto McBean. As Coulter looks to gain control of this one. Coulter, the player head coach
nice
here
play.
at the Wild. Lovely play to Edwards. Edwards gets round his man. Reece Edwards, back at it in. Reece Edwards has got it.
What a goal, Reece Edwards.
Well, Headband's going to want that one back.
Yeah.
Steve, what is that goal?
Right, so he drags it, just gets it through. The only play left was to dive and get his stick to it, and boy did he do it.
Wow.
What a goal.
Interesting result there. So it's now Widnes Wild 1, Solway Sharks 0.
And I tell you, I didn't have that down. Hepburn didn't have that down. I don't even think Edwards had that down.
No, do you know what?
Spare of the moment play.
Well, for the second time in this 2 consecutive nights, Solway find themselves a goal down.
And is this a factor to the travelling? Because they've travelled a lot in the last 2 days, haven't they?
They certainly have, but I tell you what, it'll do one or two things. It's a double-edged sword. It'll either start getting to them mentally, or it'll fire them up. And I've got a feeling it's going to fire them up. As we can see here now, they break through the neutral zone. Gunhorn into the corner. Worked well. Widnes desperately trying to clear it off the stick of Murray. Jackson gets in there. Tries to send it up the half boards. Corson Heron turned back around by the Sharks again. Good board wear, good play going on. As Hare goes down, he's back up. Shoveling snow in the corner. Still trying to work it out. Manages to come out. Nice no-look shot. It's in the leg pads of Finney. He's kept that one out, but that was no-look shot comes in. A little bit of afters there with Ross Murray, though, and Williamson.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of frustrations now. You know, obviously, time to step it up from the Sharks' perspective. 1-0 down.
Well, if anything, that's going to send out a little message to all the Wild players. The Hepburn is not invincible. Yep. That's going to be a key message. With 15:46 remaining in third, we go face-off, right-hand side of Finney's net, taken quickly by the Wild. Gapper drives Murray into the boards hard. Jack Murray is hard, goes to work, trying to pull that puck back. Henderson again, the no-look pass. This time it's Scott to Connor. Connor Henderson sent round. Gilbert looks up ice, has got ice in front of him. Bentham found the pass to Hopkins. Hopkins looks to send it back. And now Bentham has to get his legs going. Sent back once more. Apologies, that was Danskin. So Danskin again, Danskin and Bentham, you D for the Solway Sharks at the moment. Danskin looking for support. You've got Hyde on the forecheck, gets it off the half boards. Henderson forced to drop back and get in on this play.
Do you know what, guys? The Widnes Wild have just got to put...
Shot in from Gapper, saved and turned out.
They've just got to put the Sharks off their rhythm. Their normal tape-to-tape passing's been excellent, but today, so far, the Wild seem to be getting in the way.
Yeah. And what a move that was. Harper's chased his own dump in, kept the play alive, quick change around the back for the Wild, and now the Sharks find themselves in their own zone with fresh legs in front of them. Do you know what? This is a completely chalk and cheese Widnes from the last game. Henderson takes a shot, comes off the leg pad to Hughes.
Maybe they're looking at this, Ben, like the result of the last game was a bit of an embarrassment. Maybe they don't want to go that way again.
Shots. Tonar takes the shot in the back of the net, right out in front. And just like that, Gapper gets him back. We'll see it again.
Yeah, again, you can't write anyone off, can you?
Tonar skates in there.
Yeah, bit of time and space again. Probably the key there is the keeper was screened. There was a guy there causing a lot of problems. Low and hard shot, and it's in the back of the net.
So 14-13 remaining in this first period. It's Widnes Wild 1, Solway Sharks 1.
And it's a little bit of deja vu for the Sharks at the moment. Will they be able to start building on this lead now, or will this now fire Widnes up? As Corson Heron grabs that puck, tries to get round Tonar. Barlow comes in, chased down by Kerr. Kerr intervenes, and they look to play that out with Young. Young to McBean. McBean looks up ice. Down that wing, has Williamson in front of him, cuts inside. Still McBean, comes all the way across the ice, drops it for Young. Young skates inside the dot. Turn back out, and Corson Heron now puts the body on. Young's retained the puck. Lovely play as he plays it over to Kerr. Out in front of the benches, dumps it in. On net to Finney into his glove. He's going to freeze that one up. 13-41. And just looking so controlled and calm after that goal there, Solway. We know that sometimes you get the little surge of adrenaline and it can put you off and you can get caught short.
Yeah, I think the one thing we've seen is them 50-50 pucks. Widnes seem to be a little bit quicker than the Sharks at the moment, haven't they?
As they get to Barlow, Barlow's pushed it forward to Corson Heron down the right wing, has to put the burners on, drops it back for Barlow, Barlow's picked it up, looking for support as it arrives, round the back to Corson Heron again, over the far side, starting to work the puck round well with Coulter, gets it back, blue line to Williamson to Jackson, lines it up, puts it in the middle, looking for the tip in, with Barlow there, and where's this hockey bin? We'll see it again.
Yeah, do you know what, around the house, quite nice passing there, took the time, I think it's Jackson, taking the shot, looking for the tip. Good effort, boys. Good effort on that one.
And this is what we say about the Wild. All season, they play to the ability of their opponents. And we know Solway pull their game out.
Yep.
This is beautiful to watch. As Edwards gets it round for Coulter. First line up now for the Widnes Wild. But it's going to be the Solway Sharks at pace down that far side. He skates round one, skates round two. Shuts the door there. And that was a great move. And that was on Gapper. Looking to set up again, quickly thrown in there by Murray. For Horn to chase down. Ruddock's going to chase him into the corner. Ushers him off the puck, kicked around for his Wild teammate to pick up. Looks up ice. Edwards feeds the puck to Coulter. Coulter leaves that one behind. Worried about the hit from Murray. Murray, clever hockey. Just enough to put Joey Coulter off. And we've said it once, we'll say it again. Let's not forget, Coulter used to be a Shark. He kind of knows how they play. Some of the lads, know his little moves and stuff, so how much does that play into effect?
Yeah, that's it. Some of the lads have played against each other for quite a number of years as well, never mind on the same team. So
just right out in front of us then, sorry. Greaves put the body on here and put him down. Is that what Greaves is on that first line to do as well? Just inflict a bit of physicality as well?
Possibly, yeah.
There's Danskin behind his own net, drops it at pace. Beattie looking for support. Beattie loses out a little bit too much on that one. Yellow wall in front of him. Good recovery though by the Sharks, and again this is what they do well, puck recovery.
Yeah, they're getting into their stride now, aren't they?
You're starting to see it, confidence is brewing. Over the far side, drop back, takes a shot on, comes off Finney and out for Gilbert, who picks the right move there, clears it, Edwards dumps down. Hopkins is going to chase that one on Bentham, but that's going to be an icing call. And the officials just stopping the change there. You see Harford's trying to get off.
Yeah, it's tight.
Well, 11:35 gone in this in this first period. It's Wild 1, Sharks 1.
I think the one thing I've noticed that the Wild are doing well, they're preventing them, they're holding the blue lines quite well. When the Shark picks up a lot of speed behind the net, that's where they're dangerous.
Sharks win that face-off and start setting up as they look to go around the house. Get it out in front of Henderson, takes a shot. Didn't think much about it. He saw the puck and took the shot. And again, you can see it there. Henderson wide all the time to wind up, but that's Connor Henderson on the same ice now. They're both out there. Connor, another prolific player for the Solway Sharks, looking for the wraparound. Nobody on the back door to help him that time. That's Gapper. Wild do well to sweep that out, but it's kept in once more. Sharks setting up lovely now. Bentham tucks the shot.
Oh,
And Teddy Bear saved there from Finney as he just lies on it.
yeah.
We'll see it again.
Yeah, creating them pockets of space there. Comes in, no one's on him.
There,
Luckily,
Scott Henderson back door wide open.
yeah. Sometimes it's about getting it really crowded in front of that net, so it hits a stick, it hits a pad, it hits a skate, so it doesn't get on target, and that seems to be what happened there.
Face off, right hand side of Finney to get back underway. And interestingly, Danskin calling his players back, looking to set something up, wanting to create space and draw out. Young plays the puck over to Hamill. Hamill to McBean. What a speedy technical line this is. Hamill, Young and McBean.
Yeah.
Full of young promise. Certainly names for the future to watch. Britton knocks it forward for Barlow. Stopped on the blue line. Again, shutting down that pass, Young. Good push away, and he's put it onside. Barlow looks to send it back. Pass was behind him. Barlow takes a body for it. And now they've got McBean over on the overlap. McBean through one, through two, takes a shot. What a save, Finney.
Yeah.
But that's what McBean can do. Blink of the eye. We'll see it again once more.
Yeah, just again, that it's all about picking up that space and that speed in their own zone. Steps through far too easy. Good save by Finney.
10 minutes remains in this first period. Face off right hand side of the YKK Widnes Wild net. And Sharks win that draw as they look to get going with Hare in the opposite corner. Leaves it for Ross Murray. Ross Murray sends it back in. Bez Hughes is going to get there first. Turns it back around. Coulter now in on the play. Gives that puck up cheaply though. Hare ridden off by Harper. And again, that's the other thing that we didn't really see the Widnes defence doing in the last game, was getting in the face of the Solway attackers. And we know Harper will do that all day. He's an agitator. He loves it. Murray. Coulter goes to work on him. They've managed to dig that out. Coulter, time to pass, lovely to Greaves. Greaves slams on, lets Tonard take the boards, takes a bit of Greaves with him. Greaves and Tonard, we're going to go! Greaves and Tonard have gone! Well, it's battle of the heavyweights. Tonard's not going to want to go down without a fight. The shirt over the head, Greaves has got him. Down goes Tonard, Greaves throws it a couple after. That'll be stopped. Murray is not happy about that. Greaves and Tonard not finished. Struan right in the face, he's happy with that. He's taking the player off the ice. Greaves happy with the good tilt and the win. Literally burst out of nothing, that one. Well, you get your money's worth, that's all I'm saying, folks.
I've been waiting for that.
As we can see now, fair words explained between the boxes, between the two. There you go, good sportsmanship handshake between Tonard and Greaves, great to see.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I found that very difficult with ice hockey at the very beginning.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's all part of the game.
Exactly. Yeah. You see there, Ross Murray speaking to Mr. Orms now. Well, guys, we've had a little bit of everything in this first period.
I'll say.
And it is only the first period. There's still a good 50 more minutes of hockey to play.
It's that reflective space, isn't it, in the penalty box where you can go there and then think, okay, let's make friends now.
Well, it's interesting that Widnes are starting to agitate the Sharks a little bit, put them off their stride, and it seems to be working. But at the moment, it's a bit of tit for tat, even one apiece.
Do you know, I'm sick of saying it already, but this is a completely different Widnes Wild that we saw when they last played them. Now, I know we were speaking on our way to the rink today, and you made the valid point, Gary. They already knew they were coming in on the back end of a battle last time they were here because of the 5-1 defeat at the Shark Tank. It's a fresh slate, fresh night.
Well, this is a league game, isn't it?
Exactly. Neutralised face-off, Mr. Horner there. Oh, that's Hyde and Gapper being told, step back as the two imports. Give them breathing space. Gilbert and Henderson in for the draw. Gilbert wins that one. Immediately Jackson gets it over to Williamson. Williamson sends it round the houses. Kerr's going to chase that and stop that making its way to Hyde. Hyde has Gapper lets it run. Henderson immediately. Gilbert, like a man possessed, was over to stop that puck moving any further. And now Hyde dumps it in. He's going to chase that in. That's dumped in on net. Forces a save out of.
Do you know when you look at these pucks and you think it's going to take an awkward bounce and change direction to go in the other net? That's exactly what I was saying there.
And just a quick update on the penalty. So we've got 5-on-5 hockey, as it was 5 apiece offset penalties for fighting serve to Greaves and Tonar. Lovely little backheel move by Gilbert, puts it into the corner. Hopkins holds his man over. Good board play by the Wild, chewing this up as Rui Lockerbie is in the mix now. Lockerbie first time on the ice, I think, tonight. Jackson again slams the door. Gilbert this time does well, turns it round. Mike Gilbert's having an absolute shift and a half. Out through the middle, nobody there to get a stick on it, and Gilbert's in the middle now. Could have been the man there. Turned it back around.
Keeps it in as well.
Oh. Shut down cheaply as Bentham gets it to Gapper, and finally Solway able to clear the zone. Williamson shadows his man. Great play by Hopkins there to stick lift Lockerbie. Williamson just takes his time, gets it to Hyde. Hyde gains his own. Kerr. Hopkins unable to get the puck as Stu Kerr just shuts the door again. This time they've got it up to Gapper. Gapper, can he get round his man? His man in front of him being Murray. The answer is no. Wild gain control again, running this one smooth. Knocked on by Armstrong. Let run for Edwards. Beattie backhands it. Coulter sees an opportunity, puts it across. Intercepted by Young, and here they go. Lewis Young for the Solway Sharks. Takes the shot, tests out Finney. Wise to it. Edwards does enough to clear the zone. It was under the stick of Beattie there. Edwards puts that one towards us, almost. And that's 7 minutes 17 remaining in this first period.
I'm going to state the obvious here, lads. Obviously, the one thing that Widnes have got to do in this game is not let the Sharks have the puck. But not only that, they need to keep them when they do have the puck. They need to keep them out of their end. And they seem to be doing that.
Yeah, like I said before, like holding them blue lines where it's there or it's always blue. They're doing that quite effectively, aren't they?
Now, I don't know how many times we've also said this, but the rink size does make a difference. We know Solway love the big open ice to be able to knock that puck around. Just get round the back, like now with McBean as he does. He gets into the corner. McBean taking out the play, he's claiming for a high stick in the face, and now the play's stopped. He comes over to assess.
Now that is a strange one because it looked like the player called the penalty for the ref because the ref didn't have his arm up or call it until he looked over.
Well,
strange one.
I do believe when you're officiating, you can only call what you see.
Well, Callum Ruddock's been sent the box for it.
Yeah.
You can only call what you see, and if he didn't see it...
Well, first power play of the night goes in favour of the visitors Solway Sharks as Ruddock gets 2 minutes for a high stick. And now on the PK, Wild have got to wear this out. That's a great start as they put the puck on net. Force the Solway Sharks down to their end to start again.
Formation.
Hyde on the forecheck. Kerr down that right side. Sent back out the zone. Hyde putting the pressure on. Bentham back to the Sharks. Bentham looks up. Manages to find Gapper. Gapper down the left wing now. Holds his line. Sends it back to Bentham. Bentham takes a shot through traffic, trying to screen, but there was enough vision for Finney. And now looking to go back round as he start working it round the house. Looking out in front again, skating in was Bentham, trying to slam it on the pads. And he gets the word push. Hyde and Barlow make the move forward. Barlow just lets that run. Henderson's there. Barlow tries to get round Henderson, puts a little bit of a shove on. Scott Henderson found Gapper the open man. It's a 3-on-2. Beautiful move there by Bez Hughes to put himself in the way. Just disrupted the play enough there as a minute has gone in this foul play already. Danskin takes his time. Solway in no rush whatsoever, just taking the time, playing to their strength and their pace. Danskin from the blue thinks about it. Barlow pursues. Henderson. Back to Danskin, and again. Takes the shot off the blocker, and Murray. Finney, sorry. BT finds a man on the back door, and that was Gapper, who couldn't quite get the puck on his stick as we enter the final 10 seconds of this power play now. PK so far from Widnes does well.
Yeah, we're doing well actually, the Wild.
5 left, another shot on. 2-1, they've seen the PK out. Barlow's on the puck. Chases down. Danskin. Back on the ice comes Ruddock. Immediately, Coulter picks that up on the blue. That's an offside as Barlow wasn't quite back. Well,
quite close,
silly little ones like that. 4 minutes 44 remain this first period. What a hockey game we've got, guys.
Very, very interesting game, isn't it? You know, we know the Sharks have got that quality. I think at the moment the Wild are just doing the little things right, aren't they, to make it so frustrating for the Sharks.
Do the basics, but do them well, and that's all they've had to do. Just notably off camera, I have noticed Joe Greaves has left the box, gone in the locker room, and has taken some of his gear off. So I've got a feeling Greaves will be out until the end of the period at least. McBean gets that puck, sends it forward for Young. Young looks up, looks for support, has to think quick. McBean back to Young. Beautiful work. Young takes a shot. What a shot that was. Lewis Young. Again, McBean tries to go around his man, and Finney jumps on that one like a grenade.
Yeah, just again, smart. If you see it come back to the point, they're not interested in like just firing it out high. Nice and low shots, looking for a tip, looking for a redirection. And again, Finney come up strong there.
Well, Tonor skated back the bench. However, Greaves is still off the ice. Has Greaves got a 10-minute penalty?
No, I think is it an injury? Probably he's done something maybe to his face.
We'll get confirmation that that's Tonor back on the ice immediately. Hamill loses out to Williamson. Williamson clears his own. Struan. Well, it's turned back around. Kerr. Hopkins gets in there, stick lifts him, gets the puck away. Kerr Hopkins sends it round for the Wild, drops it for Gilbert. Gilbert taken off the play by Young. Come in is Jackson, looks for support. Off the half boards, holds up Young and Kerr on the boards on the far side. They've got it to Hopkins. Hopkins does the right thing, just holds it up again, allows support. And the Wild to reset, and it's 3 Sharks players on 2 Wild players there. Wild come out with it. And you know what, I think Coulter will be happy to go in this period break 1 apiece on the Sharks.
Yeah, it's early days yet though, Ben.
Picked up by Hyde. Big hit, and that's an arm up.
Yeah.
We've got a call coming. That's a late hit.
Yeah, bit of a charging motion there as well.
Well, that's going to be Kel Beattie. Beattie's going to go to the box for the late hit. Tonor's arguing with Mr. Orms. He's not happy about it.
I don't think there's much of an argument there, really. Sometimes the hits are there, sometimes they're not. Wasn't much there, really. It probably also looked worse than what it was as well, because he turned into the boards.
Well, Gary, you said don't speak too soon. The Wild now gifted the man advantage. Can they make something? 3:09 left in the period, 2 in the penalty.
Interesting. Let's see.
Do you know what? This is where you'd want Joe Greaves on the point as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the shots. Mind you, Barlow's got a cannon as well.
He has. We'll get an update on Greaves shortly. And it's a boarding call. And the clock, unfortunately, is not started here. I've just noticed that, so that'll get adjusted after this. However, here.
Oh, what's going on here? What's he called?
I think he's noticed the clock's not run. Right, okay, the referee's happy with that to run the clock down a little bit. However, there was some grumbles there about possession.
Yeah, do you know what? They're not going to be happy because like Solway had 100% of the puck possession there. Now it's a 50-50, yeah, in their zone. So you can get the frustration.
Well, face-off gets the action back underway. Coulter drives his man into the board there, trying to come out with the puck. Gapper holds it up well, clears it all the way down. Widnes now forced to retreat and chase up. Ruddick gets back, looks up ice, looking to set something up. You look, it's going to be Coulter, Barlow and Edwards are your main forwards for this one. And Corson Heron. So there's Corson Heron, just aids it on, knocked it in blindly, and gives the puck away.
Yeah, they just need to settle down the Wild with the breakout.
They had really good flow. Don't let the little interruption there really throw you off. Barlow picks it up to Coulter. Coulter gains his own, gets round one, gets round two. Couldn't
unlucky.
finish it off. Tried to put the post stamp on it. Barlow gets that one back under pressure from Murray. Murray, it sends it round Barlow. Looking for Edwards behind the net. Coulter comes in to assist. Back to Hughes. Bez Hughes now in. Ross Murray looks to clear it out for the Sharks. Plays off the half boards. Does. 40 seconds left on the power play. 1:47 in the period. There's Britton. Line change for the Wild. Gilbert manages to find Hyde. Hyde's got support. He's got Barlow at the point. Drops it to Barlow. Barlow back to Hyde. They did this the other week. They work it well. They come up the half boards and send it back. So this time Hyde decided to go the other way to Gilbert. Gilbert to Britton on the blue. Back to Gilbert on the half boards. Working round well again. Hyde. Quarterback in this play. They've got out to Britton. He takes a shot through traffic. You could see all they were doing there.
Yeah.
Collapsing in around the net and putting that visor on. Hepburn. Hyde comes out with that. Final seconds there. That's the trapdoor open. Beatty back on. 5-on-5.
Just
power play goes awry.
Yeah, that power play then worked really well.
Final minute though of the period. Wholesale change. There's a PK and power play units sort themselves out back to regular play. In the corner we go. Henderson tries to dig it out. Again, that man Gilbert is... Mike Gilbert is on fire today, but it's Hopkins is through. Andy Hopkins with a chance at the end of the first. Couldn't quite get it where he wanted it. Well, it was Gilbert who came in for the second shot.
Yeah.
It's frozen up. 31 seconds,
Should have
0.9.
done a lot better. Yeah,
Hopkins couldn't control it.
He went onto his backhand to maybe chip it up into the top there. Just lost control.
Well,
They're them lucky bouncers we were talking about before.
Yeah.
The lucky bouncers where it just comes on for a breakaway.
31.9 seconds face off in the Solway zone. It won by the Sharks with Henderson. Scott Henderson sends it backwards. Picked up by the Sharks. They throw it forward. Tie up in the corner. Wild holding the puck up. 15 seconds left. Looking for the shot as he comes through the crease. This time it's Coulter. Coulter all the way against his own. Looks for support. Gets it in Hopkins. Hopkins takes it into the corner. Corson Heron.
And that'll be...
There's... Well, Danskin and Coulter go together. There's the buzzer.
Yeah, there's nothing in that.
No.
Nothing
Well,
in that.
what a first period, guys. Something for everybody in that one. But still, 40 minutes of good hockey to come.
Well, we've had a bit of spills and thrills. We've had a goal apiece, and we've had some dropped gloves. Everything you can ask for in a hockey match. Catch more of that action right after this short break.
Brakes and Sons sponsor the playoffs on Drop the Puck.
Welcome back to Planet Ice Widnes for this morally matchup between the Widnes Wild and the Solway Sharks. After the first period, the scores currently stand as Widnes Wild 1, Solway Sharks 1. Guys, an interesting first period.
Interesting is a word I would use very lightly, Gary. Entertaining.
Well, yeah.
Money's worth.
Surprised.
Action-packed. Surprised.
Yep.
All of the words available.
The one thing I will say is there's no reason for cheap Brody to go and call in the Coast Guards or anybody, because the Sharks have been pretty tame at the moment.
We don't need a bigger boat just yet, Gary.
No, we
do
don't.
However,
Yes. I've always wanted to say that. Yeah.
However, it may not be safe to go back in the water yet because, yes, I went there.
Oh, yeah.
It was looked just like this last night at D-side, where D-side looked like they had the handle on them, and then the Sharks stretched their stride and opened up and really started putting a performance on.
Well, I think it goes back to what we were saying on the intro, and Steve, it's what goes on in that locker room.
Yeah, this period coming up will be the difference, I think. You know, that first period when you've had a lot of travelling over the last couple of days, you know, we did see, you know, Widnes, they did look, they were winning the 50-50s, they were skating really hard, and I think they just probably tipped it for me in terms of that energy. I think this period is going to be a big period, and this is where the Sharks will turn it on a bit.
You've already said it there, and it's been a big period for Widnes, but will that not G them up a little bit, considering how things have been going previously?
Do you know what? I love being underdogs, because when you're the underdogs, you've got nothing to lose, have you? Everything to gain. So that mentality, when you've got that against teams, can take you over the finishing line.
Well, we'll find out how it all plays out, because it's certainly not off script. Mr. Orms drops a puck and away we go for the second period, and immediately there's a tie-up in centre ice, but it's going to be care of the Sharks that comes out with it. He finds Henderson. Henderson takes a shot early, and immediately Riddick just holds that puck against the pad to Finney.
Yeah, very quick start there, only 11 seconds gone, and that was a close one there. Just slips it through, and he manages, there is a gap there, but he just manages to save there, Finney.
So, left-hand side of Miles' net, quickly won by the Wild as Hopkins looks to throw it forward, and he does. Andy Hopkins really finding his feet in this game, and this second line is proving quite the handful for the Sharks at the moment. Both Gilbert and Hopkins have been really on form, so is Hyde, to be fair.
High energy line, that one, isn't it?
Very high energy, disruptive line as well as what I'd say. But here come the Sharks showing their prowess as Henderson gets it over to the far side. Looks to go inside again. Henderson through the middle, looking for Scott Henderson on the back door. Not there, and the puck's going to sail all the way down for an icing call. Well, the puck sailed through the neutral zone there, and it was Connor Henderson who'd done all the work. Scott Henderson not on the back door for it.
Yeah, do you know, when you see the Sharks take the puck back, set the play up, that's when you can see how clinical they are. A few passes that were in the zone there.
Face off in re-shoes action. This time, right-hand side of Finney. Oh, got it on front. McBean holds it up. Looks for support. Ruddick bears down on him. Gilbert. It's going to be Young. Young to Hamill. Hamill tried to go back door to McBean. Finney gets post-to-post anyway. And you can see the Sharks starting to set up now. McBean skating through. Good play by Hyde. Tried to disrupt that there, but still McBean in control. Look at the control this guy's got. Bentham in for support. Hamill. Murray's going to try and chase him down.
It's a bit like a power play at the moment, isn't it?
It feels it. It's Young. Gilbert to contend with. Mike Gilbert just gets straight into the thick of it, throws his stick in there.
Oh.
That's going to run wide.
Ooh,
Well, it was Bentham. It was Danskin who almost lost out to Hyde there, and there's a quick line change, catching him short. Still going Young, drops it back for McBean. Corson Herron's going to swing that one out. Barlow has to think quick, come back for it a little bit. Ruddick plays it off the glass, sends it all the way down. That's going to run all the way round for an icing call. Didn't really need to do that.
No, do you know what? Didn't need to do that. Just needed to maybe go D today. Just a bit of composure. Lines are going for a change, but oh well, what can you do?
Well, 18:05 remains in this game. For this period, it's going to be face-off left-hand side of Finney. Barlow and Horn going for the draw. Barlow drops it back to Ruddick. Ruddick sends it round for Gilbert. Gilbert remains on ice. Lovely pass through to Barlow, who's wide open, but immediately it's turned around by Kerr. And there comes Horn. It's a bit of a 2-on-2. Takes the shot, Gordon Horn. Finney has to get back up after making the initial save. Does so like lightning. And now Harper for the Wild. Will Harper jinx and manages to create himself a little space, throws it out the zone. He dives forward, and Harper's this interesting defender. it's hard to describe. He sometimes forgets he's a defender.
Well,
But it's also having the ability to have an attacking defenseman like that.
Someone who can carry the puck like that and pick up speed and create them openings, that's, very effective.
Yeah, Steve, obviously referred to as a two-way defender. Obviously, you can go forward and back.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I don't think Widnes have really ever had that.
No, well,
Hughes, questionably.
yeah, they tend to have stay-at-home defensemen, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes inviting pressure on, which is what the Sharks want, because that's where they do their work. They build that pressure up like a pressure cooker till it pops. However, having this sort of new flexible defenseman seems to be working for the Wild at the moment, as Britton now in the corner for the Wild, sent it back around for Corson Heron, who looked to go out in front quickly. The loose puck off the back of the net has given it over to Scott Henderson. It's off the back outside of one of the Sharks players. Well, it was Kerr, read that one well, dives in front of the shot of Corson Heron. Wild recycle the puck, look to go again with Coulter. Coulter gets round his man in the form of Connor Henderson. Coulter drops it back to Scott Henderson. Wrong team, Joey. And here come the Solway side.
Oh,
Big hit from Williamson on Gapper. Shot in, Finney answers the question asked of him. Jackson just tries to slow it down. A little bit of a loose puck. Again, this pressure from Solway as Henderson takes the shot in the high slot.
yeah, it just sort of came off Jackson's stick there. He did well to have a bit of composure, slow it down, but it just come off his stick, and then he finds the open slot there. And quick shot, but Finney again is in the way to make the save.
It's the same names we're calling again: Henderson, Young, McBean. These names are the guys to watch and the ones that are causing the most aggravation for the Wild at the moment. But I'll be honest, the Wild seems to be holding their own to them.
Yeah, just containing them at the moment. Yeah.
As they go back to work now in the corner. Wild look to break with Coulter and Greaves. Greaves puts it in towards net for Coulter to chase. He rubs out Hare out the play. And Beattie. Shot comes in. Laser through traffic. Well, it hits traffic before it goes anywhere else. Greaves puts the second one in. Coulter gets it round to Edwards. Bobbling puck. He's unable to really control that. And I'd say that was Widnes' first real sign of offence in this period so far.
Yeah. Big shot coming in from Callum there on the point.
Sharks so doing exactly what you said before, Steve. Going to the playbook, resetting, starting to set up these set plays. Seems to wait for him. Horn right into the glove of Finney, who's well wise to that, and that's an offside call anyway.
You can see what they're doing there, because by doing that, it just gives them a bit more space on the ice.
And they control the tempo of the game as well.
Yep.
Well, tell you what, 5 minutes gone in this second period. Still end-to-end action. The Wild not out of it yet, but one has to ask themselves, how much will that travel affect Solway? Will it come in late game?
I think if you're on the Wild bench, you're going to be happy with this scoreline at the moment, wouldn't you? Very
much so. Kerr to Hamill as he try and clear it out. Wild put it back in again. Recovered this time by Hyde. Tried to find Hopkins in the slot. Couple of no-look passes, and the Wild starting to get confident now. Sometimes a little too confident in the passability. Young winds one up. Bounces back out. McBean taken off the play. Crucially by Gilbert, and my God, Mike Gilbert is really making his case for a man of the match at the moment.
It's offside.
It's been given. They've let it go. Hyde, I think, was waiting for the call, to be fair.
That was miles offside. I should be a linesman, shouldn't I? Come on.
No, you're a commentator now.
Gilbert. Corson Heron tried to find Hyde in the middle. Great little quick up. Oh, sorry, it was Harper. And again, Harper. Will Harper seems to be really dictating the pace for the Wild. Takes the shot, forces to save out of Hepburn. Chases it in for his own rebound. Put back in by Gilbert. This time it's going to be McBean. McBean breaks on ice. He's got Ross Murray in support. Hughes. Well, McBean goes down before Hughes has a chance to finish the hit.
Yeah, he dropped to the floor there, didn't he? Don't know what that was about.
Bentham.
Didn't want the hit.
Big lob pass, going to hit the stanchions here in the rink, and that's going to bring about a stoppage in play. But Will Harper he's like a pitbull possessed.
Do you know what? He's got a spring in his stride when he's skating. I'm seeing that, so he's looking dangerous out there, lots of energy.
And I tell you what, Hepburn, as we just saw in that shot there, he has had to answer a fair bit of rubber today, which he had a nice calm game last time. Britton and Horning for the draw. Good tie up, and it's gone to Tonar. Tonar of the Sharks feeds it forward. This time it's going to be Danskin. Danskin looking to come all the way around with it. Through the office, back into the corner. Posts up, starts looking around for support. Gets it in the form of Hare. Kieran Hare sends it back.
Nice cycle.
Yeah. Horn. Out in front, Key. Stick there by Williamson again. It was stick or skate, but it was enough to disrupt that play. Great up pass and a breakout pass by the Wild, but that pass behind is what keeps holding the Wild back. There's been too many of them. Go again. Murray puts a shot on it. It's an what would you call that?
Yeah,
interesting angle as well.
Yeah,
Used.
Yeah, just again, it just gets a shot. It's really high and wide. And
hopeful angle.
wild, let's say.
They just seem to be going for any angle. If they've got an opportunity, shoot on sight.
Just before that, though, again, just a poor pass was a turnover and caused that to happen.
Face off with left hand side of Finney's net. Henderson. Coulter going for the draw. Coulter beats out Henderson on that one. Greaves chops it out the zone. Stuart Kerr forced to retreat and face up ice once more. Finds Connor Henderson. Henderson, lovely little move from Greaves there. Is forced to puck back again. Pursues Connor Henderson. Looking for that pass forward. Manages to find it to Gapper. Gapper, can he get round Ruddock? Beautiful sweeping by Ruddock. Takes the stick and apparently the blade out of Gapper.
I don't think there's
Edwards picks it up. Edwards taken away by Beattie. Coulter to beat Edwards again. Tries to find Coulter on the back door. Kept alive by Greaves. Finally cleared out the zone, and Solway again forced into defensive action. Possible slashing call in the middle there from the Solway bench to shout. This time Henderson, though, rides Coulter into the boards. It's going to be Widnes to come out with the puck to clear the zone. Beattie forced to use his D-man in the form of Kerr. Again, looks up ice, 11:57 now remains in the second period. And Hopkins as well. There's this high energy line.
Yeah.
There's going to be a call. It's a hooking call.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on Kerr.
Yeah, he tried to spin round to keep hold of the puck, but Hopkins took his man. So rather than give the puck away, he just called unnecessary penalty.
Well, Stuart Kerr goes to box for 2 minutes for a hooking call. Yeah. You saw Gapper there protesting to the referee. What about my call up the other end?
Yeah, I think there was a couple of shouts there where Greaves is using his stick quite a bit, quite wild. So he's quite lucky not to get a penalty on a couple of occasions there just before that play.
However, 11:50, second period. Power play now in favour of the YKK Widnes Wild. Looking to get something out of this man advantage as Hughes picks it up, puts it in, and he comes off the post.
Yeah.
Beautiful play. Hyde sends it on the half boards as they start looking to cycle this puck round. Gilbert. Backdoor shot in, sends it through again, it just missed. And this high energy, high tempo Widnes Wild have come to play today. Britton to Gilbert again, working this round well. Behind the net. Posted up in the office, gets the support. Gilbert has to think quick to try and clear it out. Solway and do so. And it's going to be a break with his Hare. Kieran Hare looks to skate one-on-one. Hare, big save by Finney, stands tall. Gilbert wants a quick up, 1:06 left on the power play. Manages to find the man in Hughes. Gilbert back on the corner, sends it in, deflected off a stick. Britton recovers that. Over to Greaves. Greaves sends it back to Britton. They pull the Wild players out the zone. Gilbert again creeps in. Hyde behind the play. Ruddock puts it down, and it's in! And it's a tip in from out front from Carson Heron. Well, let's see that again.
So back to the point there, Callum. He had a good shot earlier on. I think a quick wrist shot. Carson Heron just changed direction.
Well, Surprise, surprise here at Planetised Widnes. It's now Widnes Wild 2. Solway Sharks 1.
I tell you what, you wanted a hockey game, you've got one. This is going to really boil the blood of the Sharks now. They will smell blood in the water. They're going to go at it now.
Well, it's the only way they will, isn't it?
Face-off gets us back underway. It's going to be Beattie. Picks that one up to Tonar. Power play goal.
Thing is, are the Sharks going to start taking chances that'll open up, let themselves open up for the Wild?
Beattie right through the middle of them all. Drops it back for Hamill. Hamill to Young in the middle. Turned away by Jackson quickly. Finds Barlow. Widnes now looking for the quick up. Beattie cuts out that crucial pass from Matt Barlow there. Wild all retreat back on side. Hamill sees an option. Goes down that left wing. Gets around one man in the form of Coulter. Edwards flings it out in front. That power play goal accredited to Corson Heron. As Lewis Young now for the Sharks. Plenty of space and time to take the shot. Hamill's recovered it. He's got it back to McBean. McBean to Young. Young high slot shot. And that came off the face mask of Finney. I don't think he knew about it. We'll see it again. But look at the space they've got, Steve.
Yeah, they just look at it. Look, finds that pocket, comes in, takes a shot. Now this is what they're complaining about, and I get it. The puck was actually loose. Finney didn't know where it was, and it come out in front. Sultana was questioning the referee. Very quick there on his decision to blow the referee. He's still having words with it now.
I appreciate, but the same, we've spoken about it before. Player safety should be pinnacle and always the main thing that they're looking for here. That rung off the underside of Finney's cage.
And now Bentham's having to go. I know just before the goal as well, Bentham was down in the corner. He wasn't happy over a hit or something as well. Maybe again, this is the Wild agitating, frustrating them. And
Sharks immediately off the face-off.
What a save that was, by the
Finney,
way.
absolute brick wall there. We'll see that again in the replay. What an absolute play. Henderson wins the draw. Immediately throws it forward. It's Gapper on the back door. Then it's Connor Henderson and Scott Henderson. They're queuing up on the puck.
It's a brilliant save.
Finney, man, he's on fire. We'll go again, this time with Hughes. Hughes into the corner, dirty hockey. Kerr comes out with the puck. Needs to send it round. Gapper looks to put it out in front. Harper just holds the man up there. And that's going to be a icing call.
Yeah. Didn't need to do that. He just put a little bit on it.
I think the intention was off the half boards and let the guy skate onto it. However, though, 9 minutes 13 remain in this second period, and it is the YKK Widnes Wild who lead the league leaders, Solway Sharks, here 2-1 at Planetised Widnes. Face off left hand side again of Finney's net. Henderson goes up against Gilbert, and Gilbert wins the draw. Gilbert pretty much unbeaten on the dot tonight. And I tell you what, so far he's really vouching for my player of the match, Mike Gilbert. He's been everywhere. It's Connor Henderson, sends it around Gapper. Gapper's forced in quickly. Hughes puts a body on. Connor Henderson plays it out. Bentham's going to be back to receive that one. Gets it over. Henderson gains his own. 2-on-2. Shot in early. Looks for the rebound. They've picked it up. Out in front again. Finney gets enough on it to deny Gapper. And Miles seeing a lot of rubber now as the Sharks really start finding their pace and showing their teeth. Tapping for that pass, looking for the space. Bentham is in tons of space, but the wobble pass come through Hyde. Hyde trying to find Hopkins on the break, turned around by Connor Henderson. Henderson finds Bentham skating forward. Bentham's getting his own, looks to wind up, drop to Connor Henderson. Scott Henderson, great poke check by Harper, and it's that man Will Harper again, but it's a blind pass.
Wrong pass.
Giving it away. Henderson holds up, decides to take the shot in the end. It fizzles out like a damn squib. And now Barlow off the boards. Tries to go around Gapper, can't get around Gapper. And it's a comedy of errors that is stopping either team really getting a goal here right now. It's either silly passes or just wrong passes altogether that are stopping and finishing that. And so far the skill of Miles Finney. As Barlow manages to find Harper. Harper slams the puck on, gets it to Barlow going forward. Barlow's managed to reel that one in. Can't get round his man. Barlow, well, possible interference, some might say. However, great defensive work by the Sharks man, and here they come again with Solway. It's Beattie, gains his own, looks to go around Murray. Murray puts a stick on. Out in front again, another shot tested from Ross Murray this time. Corson Heron pulls all the venom out of that one, allows it for Barlow to control. They've cleared the zone again, Solway. Jack Murray. Britton knocked it on, Kel Beattie. Horn and Ruddock. And Wild look to start settling down the play. Britton knocked on by Barlow. Barlow is going to take that forecheck position, looking down Kel Beattie. Beattie's looking up ice. And here they come down that side. Big hit on McBean from Barlow. Puck on net. Frozen up. You just see McBean there, shakes his head.
Yeah, Barlow working hard to back check there, put in a hit.
6 minutes 32 remaining in the period. It's the Wild who are a goal to good. It's going to be face off left hand side of Finney's net. Coulter goes up against McBean. On the official skate comes off. Greaves gets in there. Coulter finds Edwards, who's crept through the back. Takes a shot, headband, whip of the leather, saves it as he windmills the glove, out in front. Greaves couldn't settle the puck, and now Edwards is causing all the disruptions.
Oh, there's a penalty coming up.
Yeah, Hamill takes the shot off Jackson, touched up by the Wild, and it's going to be, is that on McBean? It is, it's a slashing goal, no, Greaves, so apologies, so it's going to be Joe Greaves who goes for a slashing call. He's having a quick word with Mr. Orms. However, just like that, that's all the momentum of the Wild killed.
Yeah, we did say earlier, probably lucky not to get a slashing call because there was a couple of them, the stick coming up a bit, but...
Well, it's going to be heated, isn't it, guys? And
I don't think he'll go to gloves again.
Little mistakes are starting to happen.
But do you know what? Just going back on that play, Edwards, great shot from him. I don't think the keeper doing much about that. He come in very a lot of venom behind that shot.
So we start on the Sharks power play. Face-off was left-hand side of Finney's net. Tonart. Easy for Henderson. Henderson holds up. We start working this well now. Tonart. Puck escapes the zone. Working it round. Lockerbie sends it back to Tonart. We get it back to Lockerbie. Murray just mistimes that one. Henderson. And there's that man Gilbert again on the ice. Henderson to Tonart, back to Henderson. Beautiful passing. Tonart with a shot.
Nice
Finney
shot.
gets there. And beautiful move by Hughes. Going to be chased up by that man Gilbert.
Oh, here we are. Is that in there? Oh.
Barlow knew he couldn't really touch that puck.
Yeah, smart play by Barlow there.
Now he's in on the play. Williamson as well, watches Henderson come down. There's a body on from Hyde. Wild send it back. 43 seconds of this power play remain. Henderson through the middle, loses his edge. Gives the puck up to Jackson. Jackson's just going to run that clock out. Goes to Williamson. Williamson knocks it forward. Reeled in by Hyde. Hyde manages to somehow get it to Barlow, who dragged it onside. Now Tonart back the other way. Struan Tonart skating in at pace, looking to go round his man, and he has!
Yep.
And it's Peter Gapper. Well, Gapper does a little forehand backhand to beat Finney. You'll see it again now. There, just a little forehand backhand as he drags it right in front of Finney. And it was that man Tonart set it up. But the power play goal goes in favour of the Solway Sharks. It's now YKK Widnes Wild 2, Solway Sharks 2.
Yeah, Tonner there just like head manning the puck to Gapper. Something from nothing, but he took it really well, created his chance.
And that's exactly what the Solway Sharks can do. They can create something from nothing as Greaves just takes his shot there. And Hepburn's going to pull that one out the air. Well, it seems to have deflated the fans and the atmosphere in here very quickly. It's gone silent almost in the ring.
Yeah, because there's so much hard work on it. You can see the hard work that the Wild put in tonight, but back to 2-2. Yeah.
Still, I think Coulter will be happy going in on this one. 4:22 remains in the period, however. As again, they go to work. Coulter behind the net, looking for support. Decides to play it back the other way. It's given up to Beattie. Beattie looking for that stretch pass. 10 back around. This time it's going to be Greaves who reels it in. Greaves gets it to Edwards.
Lucky.
Good effort. You'd see there Greaves calling for it back, however. The loose puck sent back. And again, a little bit of puck tennis back and forth. Murray for the Wild. Decides he's going to send it round. Bentham and Greaves. A little bit of stick work going into that one. Coulter. Get it to Edwards, back door. Edwards shoots. Comes off Hepburn's chest. Edwards again keeps the play alive. But here come the Sharks. Murray's got 3-on-1. Jack Murray. Hamill to McBean. McBean to shoot. And between Murray and Finney, they stand tall. And the second bite and the third. Jack Murray manages to clear it to Barlow. And I tell you what a difference that is from the other week. But we've got a bit of a 2-on-1 now. They get it over. Shot comes in from Edwards. Hepburn dives on it.
Yeah.
Wow, end-to-end stuff, Steve.
3-on-1 one way, 3-on-1 the opposite way. Yeah.
And that's woken the crowd back up.
Edwards again, just focusing on getting it on the net. Does so. But again, you know, it was quite a tight angle.
Just want to rewind to that 3-on-1. Jack Murray 3-on-1. In the game previously, he was caught out. His head dropped. You even saw him at one point shake his head. That time he stood all the way. He knew where he was going. He knew what he was doing, and he had the belief in his netminder to shut down the other man. That's a big difference, and you can see it already within this Widnes Wild side, and I think the scoreline reflects that as well.
Well, I was going to say, do you know what? It's not all one-way traffic, is it?
No. Seen some real goaltender here today.
And there's Kieran Hare seems to have crashed with the netminder. And Ross Murray still took the shot. We'll see it again now. Yeah. He's a little bit of a tussle with the man on the back. Is that Barlow on the back door? Or Britton?
Britton, I think, is it? Yeah, he's just like, he's driving to the net. You know, not intentionally, but...
Well, you catch those things in your net, you've got to let him go.
See what you did there?
I know. He's only a tid left, throw him back.
Well, Finney's going to be happy that it's only a Sharks player in his net, not the puck. 2 minutes 43 remain in this second period. Mr. Orms just checking in with Miles, make sure he's okay, but we're going for a face-off between Britton and Horn. Sharks win it, he puts it forward straight away, beautiful play. Kerr puts it on net. Those loose passes again from the Wild are going to cost them out in front. Finney's managed to juggle it around the net, try and clear it. Murray's there to pick it up for the Sharks though. Now Harper, here comes Will Harper for the Wild. What's he going to do? Good play to Hughes. Tried to play out in front, missed, bad pass, miscommunication. Still again, Finney sees enough of it. He's got down, turned it out. Kerr as Barlow fighting with him. Barlow and Corson Heron. Gordon Horn takes it onside. Barlow dispossesses him. They've managed to recover it. Sends it round the boards. Danskin lets it run. Kerr gets it to Gapper at the point. Gapper sends it across the middle. Good read by Hyde. Hyde opens his legs. Dan Hyde looking for support. Lovely little spin move. Looking for that back door. And I'll tell you what, the Sharks were wise to that one there with Henderson. Shot in again though, this time from Gapper. And it is end-to-end action. That's going to run. Ben touches that one up. Tonard sends it back around the net. Williamson tried to pinch in. Gapper loses his stick. Sent in by Gilbert in the no man's land. Lockerbie loses out as Hopkins gets a puck near side, left wing. Britton just tried to put that into the low slot. And now they're forced to skate back. Jackson has Henderson. Final minute now. Jackson looks comfortable enough to send that through the half boards. Scott Henderson again, crucial poke check by Gilbert. Just dumps that in. You see the Wild are just going to see this period out now. Hopkins gets in there though. Andy Hopkins isn't giving up. Henderson again. Scott Henderson takes a shot. Easy one for Finney. And a little nudge there from Gapper afterwards on Jackson. Nothing of it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see it again here. Comes in Henderson. You fancy Gapper or Henderson to really have a go, but wasn't much in that one.
No.
But you know what? I think the Wild coaching staff are going to be happy if they go in with 34 seconds remaining on the clock. They go in at 2-2.
Face off is taken quickly. Sharks start moving that puck around with Young. Young looks at line one up, tried to line it up. He comes off the skates of Jack Murray. Second shot spun round, and that was McBean. And I don't know what part of his anatomy that he managed to get on there.
It sounded like it was his stick by the sound of it.
Young again, Lewis Young out in front, puts it in the danger zone. Matt Hamill can't quite control it. 9 seconds left. Coulter gets in on it this time. We get it to Greaves, have cleared the zone, and that's probably going to be the period as the Sharks send it forward again. There's your buzzer, and as far as I'm concerned, if you're a Widnes Wild fan, you've got to be delighted at the moment.
Yeah, do you know what? 2-2, some great goaltending there. Great goaltending by both. All to play for in the last period.
Well, with the score here, with Widnes Wild 2, Solway Sharks 2, we've got 20 minutes more action like this to come. Join us right after this short break.
Brakes and Sons sponsor the playoffs on Drop the Puck.
Welcome back to Planet Ice Widnes for this morally matchup between the D-Side Dragons and the Widnes Wild. Oh, sorry, D-Side Dragons?
Whoa! Woo! Let's go.
That was last.
That's because we've just been talking about that.
That's last week. That was last week. That's old news. Welcome back to Planet Ice Widnes for this.
From the top, Gary.
From this morally matchup between the Widnes Wild and the #1 ranked Solway Sharks.
There we go. That's better. And now when you look at the scoreboard and it reads 2-2, it means a bit more.
Joe,
no offence to these.
I tell you what a tough game the Sharks were in last night, wasn't it? They've run out of gas in this game.
Oh, it is.
Am I right?
Well, no. Let's be honest though. To be fair, reading from the game reports and the way it went, D-Side seemed to give a good account of themselves last night, and we know that D-Side at home are a team to be feared at the moment. I think they're either unbeaten or have only lost one of all their home games so far. And, they're turning the den into a little bit of a fortress, so fair play to them.
The point being, and I think this is what Steve was trying to get at, is that the Sharks have had to work. They've had to work hard. They've gone home and made the long trip back down this end of the woods, and now they're being made to work hard again. Maybe this is the thing that's going to cost them.
Yeah, two games in 2 days, especially
against
when
opposition who want to get a result.
Yeah.
Pretty much travelling to the same spot.
Yeah, and do you know what? When you're top of the table as well, every team wants to step it up and play against you, isn't it? So there's no half levels at any time.
Well, in the period break there, I made my way down to the confectionery area to buy some refreshments from the lovely staff here at the Planet Ice Widnes.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
And
it's got shares in the place, I think.
Yeah, the share wasn't the word though.
He didn't share any of that hot dog. Right? Yeah.
And there were a few fans down there saying how different and connected and on the same wavelength, on the same page at the Widnes side look, and how much more structured and together they were.
Well, interestingly enough, Ben, while you were queuing up to feed your face, we had the stats of shots on goal. Shots on Hepburn was 7. Shots on Finney, 21.
Wow.
Yeah, so for me, Man of the match at the moment's got to be Finney, because he's kept them in it.
I'm telling you now, I still bet Mikey Gilbert walks away with it though.
I don't know, what about Edwards with that goal at the beginning?
Oh,
and
yeah,
everything?
yeah.
Just watch him.
It's got to be a contender.
How long ago
Connor
was
Henderson
that?
on the far side and Hopkins, but we're away we go for hopefully this third and final period of hockey. Both teams desperate to take the 2 points away from today. Steve's already put the mockers on it though when we think we're going overtime.
Well, I said it might happen, you never know. Yeah.
We'll find out. Hyde plays it forward to Gilbert. Gilbert forced to pull it back a little bit too much and allows Henderson on the play. Big hit on the point from Murray on Gapper. Well, Murray's putting his stall out early. Hopkins now forced to try and clear the zone. Pucks them back in by the Sharks, out in front, looking for somebody. Backdoor attempt, Gapper. It's spilt up. Wild have to clear it quickly with Gilbert and do so. And that's going to be an icing call as Hyde going to protest that he was given a good chase down of that there.
Well, do you know what? It looked like the whistle went before the puck actually went over the goal line, to be honest.
Why to me did it look like the Wild were standing still and they come out lackadaisy?
I think they're trying to just maybe hold a little back in the gas tank, so if they do have to, they can put it on late. Let's see. Face off right hand side of Finney. Gets action back underway once more as Sharks put that puck in. Look to say no, big shot and it rings off the ironwork. McBean looks to the skies, trying to chase his puck as well.
I don't think many people saw that. It was lightning quick, that
We've
shot.
called Kieran Brown before Kieran the Cannon, but my, that had something on it.
There's a dent in the goal, I think.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have liked to have put me pad behind that, put it that way. Danskin now for the Sharks.
This is where they're dangerous.
You see now with McBean, what's he got up his sleeve? Coulter staring him down, and Edwards, and they've managed to get it through to Young, but Murray's there first, sends it all the way back, down onto the net. Beautiful play by the Wild defenseman. Greaves, through the legs of Greaves, it's played to Young. Young's got Harper to beat. Harper, again, there's that disruptive defensive play, and immediately he jumps back into that, wanting to go forward with the puck. Bentham couldn't clear it, shot sent in. Edwards is going to get the rebound though. Just one-handed off the puck by Danskin. Hamill gets it over to McBean. McBean, Young, Hamill all skating forward. Great defensive play there by Hughes. Edwards helps her out as well. Comes out with Edwards. Coulter has to think quick, couldn't get round Kerr.
That would have been a nice move.
Great opportunity. And now Kerr looks up ice, trying
Quick
to find
up.
his high man in Hamill. Hamill's going to get there, icing waved off. Jackson holds Hamill up. Hughes comes into the play, rings it round for his other defenseman in the form of... Who was that? It was Edwards, in fact. Edwards has sent it up. Greaves is going to try and get there. Kerr does so, no whistle. End to end again we go. Ross Murray through the neutral zone. Murray looking to go all the way. Loose puck. Both teams very cautious about this. Both teams, if they wanted, could take it up another gear, but they just seem to be happy cruising at the moment where they are. Neither team putting too much on. The Wild fans trying to get behind their side. Puck comes all the way down once more to the Shark zone where Barlow's going to hold that up. Barlow held up by Beattie this time. In comes Tonar to support. Beautiful stick check there by Britton. Tonar sent down the other wing now this time. Williamson. Good shot in from Struan on the pad to Finney.
Yeah, not a lot on there, just take the shot from a tight angle.
Well, you're better to have a go at something than nothing. And we see it there, Struan again, looking for another goal.
Good puck protection.
Guys, can I ask, are we at Wimbledon or Widnes?
Yeah, it is very back and forth. However, we will start to the left-hand side of Miles Finney for this one. Sharks win the draw, and that man, Gilbert, goes to work again. I'm sorry, boys, say all you want. I am going to give my Gilbert man of the match.
Oh, he's paid you off. Was that, well, your hot dog was free, was it?
Shut up, Smithers. Anyway, back to the action as Henderson from the low slot tries to take it. Connor Henderson forced back with the puck under the watchful eye of Hyde. Gapper sends it over to Bentham, who's skating in a pace. Sharks looking to set up now. Again, very much like they're on the power play. Once they establish themselves in the offensive zone, they start camping out. And that's what we're seeing. Gapper. Bentham comes off Hyde. Gilbert's managed to get it forward. It's a 2-on-1. Hopkins, well, key move there by BT.
Yeah.
Does enough to send it back and takes a shot, and Finney whips it out the air. That could have been Kel Beattie from A to B. We'll see it again. Crucial move there from Beattie. Got it round his man. Takes it down that left wing at pace. Looks inside the dot. Lets one rip. But tell you what, Finney all the vision all day. Steve, it's still anyone's call this.
It is. Yeah, we talked about lucky bounces or lucky bounce there to create a 2-on-0, but then a lucky Beattie coming over to get the stick in there. So don't know how to call this at the moment. It could go anyway.
Next goal is crucial. I know how how generic that sounds, but it really is.
Did somebody say lucky bouncer?
Don't start you. McBean. Back inside Lockerbie.
Well,
that was a beautifully worked goal between McBean and Lockerbie. Let's see it again. And this is what the Sharks can do, Steve.
Yeah, just takes it down. I think there was just a turnover just before that. Very clinical, like we know. Down over to, was it McBean that put it in the back of the net?
Lockerbie on the back door, but it came from McBean.
McBean to Lockerbie, yeah.
And that line has been looking dangerous. Lockerbie, McBean and Young, they're back out on the ice now.
And this is the first time that the Sharks have led the game, is that right?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
So 15-17 in the third period. It's YKK Widnes Wild 2, Solway Sharks 3. And it's the number one line for Widnes out now in the form of Edwards, Coulter and Greaves. Edwards takes a shot, Coulter with the rebound, and just like that, they're back in it. Well, Joey Coulter and Reece Edwards got the answers.
Yeah, do you know what? If you go to net, good things happen. Edwards takes a low, hard shot. It comes out for the rebound, and Coulter's there to score on his old team.
And as quick as you like, it's now Widnes Wild 3, Solway Sharks 3.
Well, that lead didn't last very long, did it? How many seconds was that? Pretty much straight for the face. Less than 10.
Woo!
Wowzers.
The smiles on the Wild players' faces says it all.
Do not adjust your sets.
Wow, you wanted a game, you wanted the Widnes of old, the championship winning side, the trophy chasers. This is now it. This is the Widnes that we knew could come and play. It's taken them a while to wake up and a few adjustments, but now they're here. And I tell you what, Solway weren't expecting to skate in here today and be challenged like they are.
You know what, Steve?
What a game.
Mikey's paid him off, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. And I'll go back to that Edwards bit there that I said before he's going to be a contender. It was Edwards that came in, caused the problem.
And just with notes in here, quickly off camera, so we've got Harper and Hare having words. Well, we'll see how this plays out now. Barlow gets round his man. Sharks trying to clear it. Ross Murray turns with the puck under great pressure, is brought down by one of the Wild players. Nothing's given. Horn has to chase that into the corner. Harper to beat now. Harper takes his man down. His then goes down. And I think because he's gone down on his head, he's just going to stop play.
Yeah. No penalty there.
And
really.
Harper and Hare. There's going to be afters here with Will Harper. We said he was an agitator. He's doing it. That was Murray initially who confronted him. And now it's Kieran Hare. Are the officials just going to let them go? Harper's smiling, he's not interested. He's done his job, he's pushed all the buttons, and for the first time this season, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and say the Widnes Wild have got the Solway Sharks unsettled.
Yeah, it's certainly got them rattled, haven't they?
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Well, Harper's going in the box for it though. So Harper's going to go for a roughing. I'm looking over to see if Kieran Hare's going to go. So he has. There goes Will Harper into the box. He needs to be careful though before he gets a match penalty for abuse of the official. Hare goes the box. Mr. Orms reads the riot act to the timekeeper's bench. Assess the penalties. We'll look out on the ice. Could go to 4-on-4.
There's some words at the bench as well. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
few words being exchanged over the barrier. Well, Gary, has someone lit the blue touch paper? Behave yourself. This game has got plenty of legs left in it. 14-21 in the period. Have the Solway Sharks? That's the question. We're going to go to a 4-on-4 situation with 2 minutes on the board, both assessed to Harper and to Hare. They're going to go for coincidental minors. Widnes trying to clear the puck.
Oh,
So it's
giveaway.
misconduct penalty, 2 minutes. Wild looking to gain control again with Hyde. And it is a misconduct penalty they're both gone for. Interesting. But I'll tell you what now, Steve, this is where Sharks are dangerous, because now they've got open ice, plenty of space, all those pockets. And this is where those set plays can make crucial. But Hyde has managed to get the puck down. Gilbert tries to put it towards net. Too little, too late. And here come the Sharks with Gapper. Gapper streaks forward in that black and blue. Can he get around Williamson? Puts it on and it's in!
Scored, yeah.
Peter Gapper
Yeah.
makes it pay.
Just again, something from nothing there. You just see him starting to put the Jets on. He likes that move where he put protection, comes in on the near side. Just manages to squeak it in. I think then he'd probably want that one back.
Yeah, an easy goal. So
Yeah.
with a 13:23 remaining in the third period, it's now Widnes Wild 3, Solway Sharks 4.
Ooh, it's not over. Face-off gets us back underway as we remain 4-on-4. I told you the open ices would favour the Sharks, and that's an offside call. That's going to put a stop to that with 53 seconds on the power play. Well, on the penalties, I should say. 13-14 in the period. Gapper will be happy to put the Sharks' nose out in front again. Coulter goes in for the draw with McBean. McBean plays it back to Beatty. McBean on the puck. Chased down by Barlow. Young. Skates it forward, gets around Coulter. They get it over to three-man setup with Danskin playing the defenseman. Working that puck around well. Coulter follows McBean. McBean, lovely little turn move, creates himself some space, gets it to Danskin at the point. Danskin, as Barlow comes down on him, under pressure. Wild trying to get a stick in there. That's going to go to Rudder because he falls behind the net. 10 seconds left on the penalties. Coulter passed through to Barlow. Coulter tried to get it back, but Young slams the door shut. Trap door's open, back to 5-on-5, and immediately both players come back into the play. Hare goes to his bench, as does Harper. Gilbert's on the ice. Gapper's back out on the ice. Sharks in possession behind their own net. And now game management, the key for Solway here. Great pass through the middle to Scott Henderson. Henderson shoots. Well, it came off Finney, spilt up, fallen to Lockerbie. And just like that, the Sharks have opened the game up to 2.
Yeah, totally brilliant pass to open up the pocket there, straight through the 2D. Finney gets his hands on the first one, but the rebound's there for him. Lockerbie was it to put it in the back of the net.
So it's now Widnes Wild 3, Solway Sharks 5.
And I guess this is an important time where the Sharks might start to draw away, put more and more space in between the game.
Very much so, and I can tell you, there is a reason why they are the North champions. They can go into those championship rounds, and they've got the tank to take them all away. And it's going to be tested today. 2 goals now. The Wild will have to come back from this. Is it the sucker punch that's caught the Wild on the back foot and just taken the breath away from them? We'll find out as Henderson leaves it for Lockerbie. Again, Lockerbie shoots. Finney spills up. Finney looks a bit shaken now. He's not really getting behind the puck as he was.
Yeah.
Hopkins rubbed out the play by Tonor. Allows Bentham in. Hasn't given up on it though, Hopkins. Hopkins Loses that as it goes back to Henderson again, and now we're starting to see this slickness of Solway coming into play as Bentham sends it across the Gapper. Gapper picks it up on the opposite side, looks to put it on net, looking for the deflection there was Bentham. Bentham now playing higher.
He was stepping up into the play, yeah, a bit higher there, yeah.
Kerr, chased down by Barlow. Creates himself some room. Stuart Kerr again. Lovely pass forward, except it runs wide of Murray, its intended target. Williamson for the Wild. Sends it around for Corson Herring. Corson Herring gets it out in front. Britton was there, posted up. Just on that low slot in the inside post. Couldn't get it all though. And now Kieran Hare. Body on from Williamson. Lovely hit.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
That's just getting your head up on the blue line. Basics. Barlow to Jackson. Jackson's going to send it around. We go for a quick change. Ends up going on the net of Hepburn. He's going to freeze that one up. 10-25. And now the Wild are desperately going to need to watch this game. They're going to need to make sure that the time doesn't run away from them. It's crucial that they try and get something early on in this 10 minutes remaining.
Yeah, time's not on their side now, is it? It's going to be a hard mountain to climb that. 2 goals.
Well, I wouldn't rule them out, guys. 10 minutes left.
I wouldn't, but to tell you what, even if it's held to this score now, it's sending a message around the league that, well, it's a message of, are the Sharks tiring towards the end of the season after holding that top spot all year? Or are teams just getting better around them?
No, I think, do you know what? I think the Wild have put in a really good shift tonight, big performance. And I think the Sharks are now having to step up, and you can see the quality all over the ice, so can't you?
Greaves picks it up. Looks at ice. Tries to get it over to Edwards, does so. Gets it through to Coulter. Coulter has knocked it on. He's going to chase that into the corner under the pressure of Gapper. Greaves has to dig away in that corner. Fight for the puck again. Joe Greaves goes to work with Coulter. Gapper steps in. Kerr. Straight down the middle for McBean. McBean looking to go down Main Street, except this time Murray's there. Hamill. Loose puck, Coulter to the rescue.
Getting a bit scrappy, isn't it?
It is. Harper's back on the ice. Another body goes in. That's going to ring all the way around. That's going to be an icing call.
Oh, he's waved it off.
Waved it.
Doesn't make any sense.
Hopkins puts his body in on. And that's going to be loss of sight of the puck, so they're going to call that.
He's going to ask why was the icing waved off.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's plenty of words being said here by the likes of Beattie and Danskin.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
9 minutes, 6 remain. Henderson and Gilbert are going to go in for the draw. Tonar certainly having a word with Mr. Orms. We see him there, he's not happy with what's being said. However, Mr. Orms is the one with the armbands, and what he says goes. Even Gapper there just saying it's Tonar, it's no use arguing it. So, face off, left hand side of Hepburn. Henderson and Gilbert going for it, comes out on a shark stick. Immediately the Wild regain possession. Go to work in the corner again, where hockey games are won and lost, where the hard work goes in the corner.
Yeah, hacking and whacking there.
Tonar looks down the middle again. Henderson down Main Street, that middle lane wide open. He's dropped it to Connor Henderson. Henderson looks to go backhand, sends it over, but they had
the goal.
Yeah, they had Finney beaten. Now Gilbert up the other way. Gilbert's got supporting Hopkins, sends it wide. Will he cut inside? He slams on. There's a call, offside.
Too many men.
Was it too many men on the ice? Is it? As Harper came on, flew straight over.
Yeah.
So as Harper's come on, there's still too many men.
And the Sharks players there the first time saying, well done, ref, good call. I just noticed it there.
Oh, the irony.
Well done, good call there. It's probably the first of the night, yeah.
Well, it's going to be a bench penalty. It's going to be served by Edwards, is it? Edwards skated over.
Oh.
We didn't really see it because we were watching the Gilbert going over, weren't we, with the attack? So we did
Well,
see
I'm just
quite
looking
what's
out
going
now.
on there.
There's no penalty.
What that?
Okay, there it is. There's the official call.
Oh, there you go. One
Corson
in.
Heron's going in. Well, Corson Heron goes to the box, bench penalty. So, penalty kill for 2 minutes, which is going to eat away at the opportunity for the Wild. It's not where they need to be. Gilbert McBean, that time it's McBean who wins out. So in the Fresco environmental penalty box is Corson Heron for the Widnes Wild. Gilbert's chasing Kerr. McBean takes his time. Looks up ice, gets it over to Kerr. Kerr taking his time. Ton on, that's exactly where the Sharks want to be at the moment. In control of the game, couple of goals up. Jackson rubs Tonar out of the play. Hamill comes in for support. McBean again, gets it over to Kerr, who's on the blue. Back to McBean. Kerr looking for the one-timer, gets it! Blocker save over the... Well, it rubbed off the blocker, it hit the plexi behind, you heard it. And now Tonar's being held up by Williamson. Kerr again on the blue, thinks about it. McBean one-timer!
Oh,
out in front,
deflected.
yeah, it was Hamill and Young. Looking for the redirect. Through again, McBean thinking about it. Jumped on by Finney. 54 seconds left in the power play, 7:20 in the period. We'll see it again.
Yeah, it's a good movement there, using the guy. Yeah, I think just before that was Kerr with a one-time, wasn't it?
Yeah, Stu Kerr with the one-time off the blue.
Yeah, was that Gapper out there with the wrist shot, quick wrist shot?
And McBean over there as well. McBean, just a general pain in the backside if you're a Widnes player.
So we've already eaten into this penalty.
Yeah, very much so, but you've already eaten into what's remaining of the game for you to try and get something out of this. There's 49 seconds now showing the clock on the penalty. Bentham comes off the skate to Hyde. Bentham's picked it up in the neutral zone. Decides to take it himself. Rich Bentham looking for support. Goes right away to cross. Skating in hard on the back door was Peter Gapper. Right in the chest of Finney. We'll see it again.
Yeah, Bentham there. Steps in, takes it away. Head up, looks for the play. A lot of time and space there, but Finney stands his ground and makes a big save.
Left hand side of Finney. Taken quickly. Gapper in the corner. 30 seconds left on the power play. Barlow's managed to gain control of the puck. Dumps it into the opposite corner. Forcing the Sharks back. Beatty's going to get back for that. And here come the retreating Sharks now. Interestingly, high man there. Scott Henderson, apologies. There they are, they found him now. Gets it over to Gapper. Gapper's got option, shoots.
Oh,
it sails wide, glove side. 6 seconds left on the power play. Sharks still set up. Shot in again off Finney and out. Corson Heron back on the ice, back to 5-on-5, and he's straight into the action. Murray cleared it out onto the stick of Henderson, who's got the other Henderson. Oh, there's a player down there in form of Ruddock. Is that going to be a high stick? Well, he pushed away his man initially.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite see that in the replay.
The referee's on to stay down, so.
This goes back to the earlier call, though, where there was a high stick, I believe, on Danskin quite early on.
He's consulting now, but.
Yeah, Bez Hughes is just speaking to the official there, asking for the call. But it's as you were.
Well, the Widnes Wild have got 6 minutes and 6 seconds to make sure they keep everybody out of the Fresco environmental penalty bin on the ice and to try and get 2 goals back. Is it a big ask? We'll find out. Here's Gilbert at pace. Gilbert, like a man possessed. Britton was skating in. Good effort. Britton be held up behind the Sharks net. Corson Heron. Sharks doing well and they come out with it with Horn. Horn under pressure, gets it back to Danskin. Danskin plays it over. Hamill Lovely flick on to Horn. Horn, plenty of space in front of him. He's got Kieran Hare in the middle. Decides to take the shot himself. Runs wide. Going to be picked up by Gilbert, who knocks it into the middle for Corson Heron. Corson Heron decides to put it on net into the chest of Hepburn. Freezes it up, and they'll take the face off with 5:21 remaining.
Yeah, there wasn't much on there. I think Gilbert just laid it off for Herod. Not much on, so takes a shot, gets the face off in a dangerous position.
You've kind of got to wonder, are they going to pull Finney?
I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't.
Not just yet, is it? Yeah.
Well, face off taken. Tonar. Big flip pass into the middle where Williamson.
That could have been a whistle there.
Yeah, because
well,
control in the hand, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to be fair on that one.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Edwards, though, goes to work. He's managed to do well. Gets it out in front, or tried to. McBean shuts the door on him. That's Williamson's going to get back there first. Go back up to the Solway end. 4:55 remaining. You can see Hepburn there. He must wonder what the hell has happened today, because I don't think he's had this many goals scored on him all season. Face off, left hand side of Hepburn. Both Hamill and Edwards keen and eager on the face off. Jump early. Goes to Greaves, who takes a shot down the throat of Hepburn. And you can see Tonar and Coulter there circling out in front. See it again on the replay. Lovely little play. Snap back.
Yeah,
Straight to
that's
Greaves.
planned, yeah. Quick draw, quick shot. If it's going to land 21, that's the one for it to land to, is it? We know what cannon he's got.
And again, Coulter in the centre position. On the dot. Tried to snap it back to Greaves. Coulter's got it over to Edwards. Edwards takes the shot. It's come off the shoulder of Hepburn. Jackson's called into action quickly as Gapper just calmly eases it around him. However, it's not gone all the way. Edwards calmly sends it back time, slipping through the fingers of the Widnes Wild here. Don't get me wrong, from the scoreline we saw last time, 5-3 is a hell of an improvement. But could you imagine if they could get something out of this, a point even? Gapper and Henderson takes the shot, come off the leg pad to Finney again. Greaves is there first. Big slap pass, tries to clear it, he's giving it up. However, and that's going to be the nail in the coffin, surely. And it's from Rich Bentham. We'll see it again.
Yeah, intercepts it. This puck's coming out. Guy's leaving the zone, but he intercepts it quite well, falls on him. Low and hard. I think they found maybe that's where the area is to score and Finney, because it's been quite solid tonight.
And a timeout is called by the Widnes Wild.
So it's now Widnes Wild 3, Solway Sharks 6.
Well, you can see there, Hepburn has got his lid off. He's going over to the bench. Are they going to give the backup netminder Grant Scott some ice? 4 minutes remains in the game, 4 minutes 6. See Martin Grubb there, he's drawing something up on the board over the other side. The Sharks, by no means least, are finished here. They've still got plenty in the tank.
It's a little picture of some waves in a shark fin and some woman going, help me!
Is that okay? Use this motivation, guys. What you want to do, right? You want to get in there, you just want to go at him.
Do you know what? That's the worst Geordie accent I've ever heard.
Apologies, I butchered the whole one.
I didn't realise he was from Cardiff.
Face off in the neutral zone. Mr. Horner hovers over the dot. Sends Corson Heron and Hare back. Wild win the draw. Murray called into action quickly. Corson Heron gets it through to Britton. Nathan Britton takes a shot. And it's still Hepburn in there, and he receives that. But it's what the Wild needs to do. They just need to get these quick shots off.
Yeah, Heron did well there. That pass just pulled it back, but that was the only way to get that puck through. To take that quick shot there, Britton. Yeah.
Well, interesting. I'm now watching Finney's net. It's an all or nothing roll of the dice, really, isn't it? As Murray's going to try and clear the zone, does so. Picked up by Kieran Hare. Hare has got support, takes a shot, that come off. Finney quite high. The atmosphere inside the ring now just kind of dampened a little bit as another shot comes in into the glove of Finney.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't think I would pull the keeper, because The scoreline would tell a different story to what the actual game is, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick shot come in, Finney there again, being strong.
If it had been a goal difference, I would have said yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the Sharks who charge forward again. Harper still in on the mix.
Oh.
Shot in from Ross Murray, and Harper and Murray. Words exchanged afterwards. We'll see it again now. Quick play behind the net. Yeah, it goes to work there. Harper gets in on Murray. Absolutely all over him like a rash. And a few words exchanged afterwards. But that's what he's got to do. Yeah. Harper's got to do everything he can to prevent Ross Murray making anything of that play. Harper again on the puck now for the Wild. Goes round 2. Sharks players. Greaves gets over to Edwards. Edwards kicks it on with his skate. Run for Coulter. Picked up by the Sharks once more. Played it forward. Harper pinched in there. Now it's a 3-on-3 situation. McBean shoots. Leg pad save from Finney again. Edwards skating forward. Tries to free. Joe Greaves does so. Can Greaves do anything with this? Tried to drop it back. Kerr reads it. Coulter loses that one out to Hamill. Hamill into the middle as Greaves puts Hamill into the boards. Another shot on from Young this time. Coulter. Hughes. Hughes. As the puck is jammed against the door on the Sharks bench. Edwards has picked that up, however. Edwards just puts it calmly on net of Hepburn, steers it away. And now the Sharks back in possession as they look to run this clock out. Danskin takes his time. Finds McBean. That's going to be an icing call as it escapes McBean's grasp. 2 minutes 15 remain in the game. We go up the Shark zone.
Do you know what, guys? I think if Widnes could get another goal, it would give a fair balance of how the game's been.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. You know, it's one of them games. Even if it finishes 3-6, you'd be happy with this result because the performance was good. You know.
Well, the face-off goes away the Sharks, and Young looking to try and play that pass out. Williamson giving him all sorts of trouble on the far side. And that's Gilbert again in on the action with Hamill as we approach the final 2 minutes now. Inside the final 2 minutes. Wild desperately looking for a goal for more of their dignity and pride and a point to prove about the work they've put in. Gilbert tries to get it over to Hopkins. Hopkins ends up pushing it forward.
Oh, a little bit of afters on the boards there.
Referee possibly should have called something there.
Well, Gapper's picked the puck up. Gapper looks to go high on blocker side. Another shot in. Can't clear it. Barlow steps up. Managed to get another shot on the Sharks. And again, Henderson, and he's put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, a bit of panic in there behind the net. You know, Ruddick just panics with the puck. He plays the puck right inside of his own net. Literally gifts it. And who's that? Number 89.
It's Scott Henderson again.
Right, Henderson, he's not going to miss them right on the plate.
Well, 1 minute 30 remains in the game. And it's the YKK Widnes Wild 3, Solway Sharks 7.
You know what? When you put so much effort in, these mistakes will happen towards the end because you're just running out of gas, aren't you?
Well, 7-3 last night they were victors, and it looks like they're going to be 7-3 victors again tonight.
Which is quite fitting, really, because there's not too much between here and our friends over the border in Wales, yeah.
Yeah, the Dragons gave a good run for the money, so the Wild, but another shot comes in. It's interesting how close they are, yet when we saw them early season, the Wild beat the Dragons in the M56 Cup, yet the Dragons beat them again in the derby last week. Shot in, cleared away by Rudder. Kerr tries to keep it in. And then both teams holding Solway to 7-3. That next matchup at D-side between the Wild and the Dragons again is going to be a big telltale.
Well, that's next weekend, isn't it?
I believe it is, yeah.
It was the attendance was 700 inside D-side for the derby the other week, yeah. So it'll probably be a packed house here next weekend, won't
And
it?
we've still got the return leg here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's at D-side next week.
Oh, it's at D-side, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shot.
Well,
Well, that's the game. What a performance. So I can't say it enough. What a different Widnes Wild than we saw previously. They looked a lot more switched on, hungry for the puck in the game. But all in all, that just proves the excellence of the Solway Sharks. They've got it in the tank when they need to turn it on. And when they know the game's not gone, but they need to show what they're capable of, they can go to another place and start working themselves through the gears, and you can see where those standout players really start coming into their own. You've got the likes of Henderson that can control, and I know we've mentioned about this in the past, about these ice generals that can dictate and control the flow of the game. Ollie Barron, when he was here at the Wild, was one. Marcus Maynard is another one over at Solway, Solihull. And I tell you what, like right now, Scott Henderson and Struan Tonner are both sharing that ice general role, because when either one of them's on, everything runs through them, and what a game.
Yeah, I just for me, I was impressed with McBean getting at the back. You know, when I noticed that one of their plays was just to like control it at the back, give him the puck, because he's a fantastic skater. He can move the puck really well. He's got great speed, and do you know what? There's so much talent on that team. They can cause lots of problems. Even if one or two or a few were having an off night, there's other guys there that can pick up their game, because there's so much talent on that team.
Well, you've got to say, you can't say it wasn't coming, because I mean, we know what they're capable of. Solway, they're at the top spot for a reason. Yep. And they came here, and we were living on that prayer, should we say, that they might have bus legs. And for 2 periods, we certainly thought they did.
Yep.
Widnes gave a good account of themselves, but I'm not going to deny the fact Solway showed that last half of that period there, that's why they are the number 1 team.
Certainly, you know, we've seen them do it before. They get taken right to the wire, and then they go to this place that, without sounding horrible, no other team in this league can do.
Like that.
Yeah. And they've just got this extra gear and this extra drive that none of the other teams have, and you can see it the way they work. Their lines are telepathic with their passing, but they work into line as well, and you can see players like Henderson and McBean and even Bentham's got the ability still as a D-man to pinch up and jump in the play, like we were commenting on Harper doing. When you've got confidence in your D being able to do that, then the forwards have got an easy job, because essentially you play with 4 forwards. It really does tilt the ice your way.
Steve, Widnes are going to take a lot from this.
Oh, there's loads to take from this. You know, you look at Edwards. I thought he had a really good game. He's played against, you know, a very good, strong team. Do you know what? He's just added to his profile there, hasn't he, with that goal? A brilliant goal. I think he got an assist on one of the other goals as well. He shot the puck and it came out for a rebound, put it in. So you know what? I was 16, 17, having an impact, a good impact. So positives there. I think you were getting a little bit excited with Gilbert. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but from what I've seen, Mike Gilbert seemed like a different player tonight.
Did
you
he?
know what?
Oh, really?
I'll agree. I thought he skated really well out there tonight. Lots of energy. Don't know what's changed, but you could see there was a spark there. And you're right. I thought he played really well.
I thought all the Widnes players looked like they had a bit of spark in them this time. Compared to what they were in the last few games, we saw them away last week at D-side, didn't we? We went along to watch that. And unfortunately, they fell behind. You could see the D-side wanted it more. And we know derby games go that way. And no doubt next week will be exactly the same. But tonight I saw glimpses of the old Widnes.
Yeah, I said that on the commentary. I said
the team that used to go out and win trophies. Teams that used to cause problems for other teams.
Williams as well, he put a few hits
Williamson,
tonight. He was giving it 100% all the time. I like the way he's getting. Hopper as well, full of energy.
Harper is something else,
with it,
But for 2.5 periods,
Yeah.
Finney kept them in that, I think.
He did as well. Miles
Finney
absolutely stood on his head. And I think the other thing as well that settled Finney in easier was the fact that Hepburn saw so much rubber so early on.
Yeah, interesting. Well, it's been a great afternoon here at Widnes. We've had some really, really exciting hockey, which you have been fortunate enough to witness as well. Thanks to our crew for doing all the work here. Thanks to the people at Planetize Widnes, and thanks for the fans for making the noise. And thanks for Steve for joining us again on comms. You're always welcome, as you know that.
Thank you.
I've been Gary Lee.
I've been Ben Lee.
And you've been?
Steve Fellows.
And we've been Drop the Puck.
Joining me at this time is Widnes Wild man of the match, Mike Gilbert. Mike, I was singing your praises up there on the commentary tonight. You were skating like a new life in you, like a man possessed. Is that pretty much fair to say that it's like that throughout the team at the moment?
Yeah, we've got a really good feel around the team at the minute. Everyone's putting in the energy, everyone's buying in. The room's really good. Everyone's bouncing off each other, and I think you can see that. I don't think that was a 7-3 game, and the energy that everyone was showing all the way through. I think we just lost it a little bit towards the end, at the last 10 minutes. They were just a little bit fitter, but everyone's skating hard, everyone's loving it, everyone wants to be out there, everyone wants to work for each other. So yeah, it's the same throughout.
Certainly a chalk and cheese performance against the Sharks of last time. In your own mind, what is different going into tonight than was last time you were here?
I think we were just hungrier. We were hungrier, we were all listening, we were playing to systems. I think we upped our game against them because they are a really good team. They've got really good players throughout. They've got 3 solid lines, good coaching, and it's just, I think we all stepped up and we took the fight to them. And we played our hearts out, and we'll continue to do each game that's coming up, because I think the past few games have been really good as well. We've all stepped it up. We're playing good hockey. We're all up for it.
Now, we mentioned it in the commentary as well, and we've got to talk about it. One of those upcoming games you've got, next week you play there, and then the week after you play back here. It's that Northwest Derby, the D-side Dragons, the Widnes Wild. It goes back as long as time itself, as we say. Those games are special to play in. And the last game, obviously, D-side beat you. How much are you going to want to go out and put a performance like that on and take away the points?
Well, like you say, it's a derby. We're all up for it. I think both teams get up for it more than any other game. It's 20 minutes down the road. Everyone knows each other, and everyone just wants to win. I think we played against them away last week, and I think it was a really good game. It was end to end. It was good. They had the edge on us. They battled it out a little bit harder, but we know what we needed, what we need to improve on, and they're always really good games. So we're up for it, and the fans always get the place rocking as well. It's always a good, hard, fast game, physical. So yeah, the next 2 against them, we want to win them. We want to make sure we win. We want to win every game coming up. Do our best to win every single game. But yeah, there's something special about a derby game, isn't there?
Well, Mikey, we wish you and the rest of the Wild the best of luck, and we'll catch you again soon.
Cheers, Ben. Nice one.